Hey YouTube fam, it's another great day today and I trust you are doing all amazing. Today we are going to be talking about abuse. It's all about abuse. This is a cry of one of our fans whose mom was abused because of decline in her health condition. That is a cognitive decline. This is really horrible to hear, but that's actually what happened. When she told me this, I couldn't help because it was pretty late. I couldn't even report. So to help this out or to prevent this from happening subsequently, the only thing was for me to research on abuse, come and share with you so that we all as a community, as a society, we can prevent elderly abuse. So my special ask for you today is to share this video. Once you subscribe, don't forget to share so we all are going to achieve this goal. Just before we dive into that, guys, I would like to welcome you if you are new to this platform. This is Aging Happily with Hilda. Here we share tips on caregiving, nursing, the stereotype that is surrounding aging, how we can promote the quality of life of seniors, and all those things that can help us or motivate us to age happily. And for those who have been part of this journey so far, I truly appreciate you all. Your likes, your comments, those who have been sharing the video, those who have been giving me the feedbacks. You know what? I love feedbacks. That's actually what is making me to grow more. So keep them coming, guys. So in today's video, I'll be sharing signs of abuse in seniors, especially those with dementia. Why do I specify dementia? This is because this is the vulnerable population, those whose cognition has declined, and most caregivers tend to see this as an opportunity to treat these seniors badly, to abuse them because they can't report for themselves, they can't advocate for themselves. I will also share some information on where you can report situations like this when you see somebody who's been abused. There's this saying, prevention is better than cure, and that is the fact. So don't wait for somebody to die before you report. And that's why I'm encouraging you all to share this video so that people tend to know the signs to be able to dictate if someone is actually in abuse. When we see abuse could be in different forms, different dimensions. People experience it differently, and not just from caregivers. It could even be from family, friends. So this is something very pertinent that we all have to know. Yes, guys, there's something I want you to know. Sometimes seniors with dementia may make some false accusations to their loved ones, to their caregivers, to their family, to friends, anyone who is around supporting them, telling them that they are stealing even from their purses, which is not true. In this case, it's the dementia that is making them paranoid or delusional. But trust me, unfortunately, there are times that these seniors are being abused, and it is because their cognition has actually declined. They are unable to communicate, like so many things that is just going on, and they can talk for themselves. So people take this advantage to treat them badly. So if you really want your loved one, your older adult, to be safe from being abused, I encourage you to watch these signs that I'm about to share. Elder abuse is any form of mistreatment that causes harm or loss to an older adult. And it is just unfortunate that sometimes these seniors are even unable to report. They don't even know if they are being abused. So the signs that I'm about to share is just going to help you to identify any suspicious act of abuse so you can actually advocate for them. The very first type of abuse is physical abuse, and this is when someone purposely causes pain or injury to an elderly person. It also could include isolation or inappropriate use of restrooms. And some warning signs of physical abuse will be things like unexplained injuries like bruises, new scars, dislocation, sprains, report of drug overdose or not taking medication regularly, broken eyeglasses, signs of being restrained, and sometimes The caregivers don't even want you to see what happened. Emotional abuse is another interesting one, and it includes verbal abuse, threats, harassment, humiliation, intimidation, and much more. Warning signs of emotional abuse will be any kind of threatening, controlling behavior, belittling, unexpected depression. They tend to withdraw from those activities that they love doing most, and then they will be agitating. Oh, just a heads up here, people, emotional abuse is a little bit trickish, just because their signs, the warning signs of emotional abuse, are very close. They are just so similar to the symptoms of dementia. So if you have a loved one who has dementia and you suspect that he or she is suffering from an abuse or has been abused, you go with your gut, go with your feelings. Try to make the investigation until you are satisfied that it wasn't a real abuse, just because those signs and symptoms are just the same, and something serious or wrong might be going with your loved one, which is actually abuse, and you are there just thinking, oh, it's dementia. The third form of abuse is financial, and this is when someone illegally uses older adults' money or other resources. This might include cashing checks without their permission, forging their signatures, or just stealing their money. Warning signs of financial abuse will be sudden changes in the older adult's financial situation, irregular spending, and withdrawals from the older adult's account. Withdrawals made despite penalties. Can you imagine? Addition of authorized users to the older adult's account, credit or debit cards. Just imagine discovering one morning that you have another signatory to your account. That is an abuse. Items or cash missing from their home. Suspicious changes in wills, power of attorney, title. Noticing ATM withdrawals when someone is actually bedridden, and if utilities are turned off. All these are signs of financial abuse, so take action right away. Another type of abuse is sexual abuse, and this includes touching, any sexual activity that a person is unable to understand or is not willing or not ready to consent to, physically forced. Warning signs of sexual abuse will include things like bruises around the breast or genitals, unexplained vaginal or anal bleeding, torn, stained, or bloody underwear. All these are signs of sexual abuse. Again, take that action right away. The fifth form of abuse is neglect, and this is when caregivers tend to withhold or fail to provide necessities like food, clothing, shelter, medication, medical care, the physical support. And when this happens, you begin to see signs like unusual weight loss, malnutrition, dehydration. This is something you don't even want your older adult to experience. Dehydration is a no for older adults. Also, unattended medical needs or untreated physical conditions like bed sores. You want to know this. If you eat healthy, it goes a long way to minimize bed sores. So this is something that you need to be very, very careful with. Unsanitary living conditions, poor hygiene, like being dirty or unbathed. Yes, that's neglect. Unsuitable clothing for the weather. Yeah, it is summer and somebody is all dressed as if it is winter. Unsafe living conditions. Deserting the older adult in a public space. Oh my God, that's so sad to hear. But yeah, those are signs of neglect, and it is abuse. Yes, let's talk about healthcare fraud and abuse. This is when a care provider will use or falsify client information for personal interest, or not providing the appropriate care, the care that is deserved. And their signs would be like problems in a care community, like poorly trained or too few staff, resident crowding, not responding to call bells or alarms, or no improvement in care after major issues are brought to staff or administrator attention. Also, over medication or under medication, inadequate care, even though bills are paid in full. Again, you will see things like being charged for a more complex or expensive service that was actually provided. All these are warning signs of healthcare fraud and abuse. Oh, yes, guys, and these are the types and signs of abuses, and how or where can you report an abuse. If this victim is in a long-term care, you should report to Director at the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care. If in a retirement home, the abuse must be reported to the Registrar of the Retirement Homes Regulatory Authority. Also, victims or anyone who suspects abuse can report even to the police, to the health industry, or to any social services around. Report to crime supporters or the senior safety line. You can also seek advice from your lawyer. A disclaimer here, guys, I am not a lawyer. I don't work in a police or law enforcement department. I am not working in the abuse area as well. I am a nurse who just love to advocate for seniors, especially the vulnerable, those with dementia. So abuse cases are treated differently in different areas. So if you are a victim or find someone who is being abused, you want to check that locality and make sure whatever decision you are making with respect to that abuse fall in place with the jurisdiction of that area. But again, guys, like I mentioned earlier, it's something that just happens without you even planning, or you're just going to discover that. Why not go now and check with your community, check Google, know the laws that pertain to abuse in your locality. So when that time comes, you don't need to wait too long. You want to take that action right away. I've come to the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you did watch to this moment, yes, I applaud you for that. You've got a lot, trust me. This is an amazing way to stop elderly abuse, so go ahead to share this video. Together we are going to achieve this big, so don't forget to share. And if you are new to this platform, as I mentioned earlier, like, subscribe, and you don't want to miss out any of our videos. So go ahead and hit that notification button so that you will be notified right away when we upload new health tips. Yes, guys, this was obviously a very great topic, and I really love it. Just as I mentioned, I am a health advocate, especially for the vulnerable seniors with dementia. So if you have any concerns about elderly abuse, let me know in the comment section. And if you did like this, which I believe you did, let me know in the comment section. Why not share your own thoughts about abuse? If you know any form of abuse or any signs, any warning signs, share with us so we all can learn. We are building the community together and adding value to the life of our seniors. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you very much.